What if I told you that true wealth has almost nothing to do with your bank balance? Well, today, we're diving into a really powerful financial framework that kind of challenges everything we think we know about money. It's called the 5 Pillars of Christian Wealth, and believe me, it offers a pretty radical new way to look at what it means to be truly prosperous.
So let me just ask you this. When you hear that word rich, what's the first image that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably a big house, a fast car, or just a certain number in our savings account. But the framework we're exploring today suggests the real answer is, well, it's something much, much deeper.
And that brings us to the core idea. See, in this way of thinking, wealth isn't just about accumulation. It's about stewardship. The central belief here is that you're not actually the owner of your wealth, but you're more like a manager who's been entrusted with it. And that totally shifts the focus from how much can I get for myself to what is the real purpose of what I have.
So, how do we get there? Well, we're going to start by looking at this different definition of rich. Then we'll build the right mindset around trust and generosity. After that, we'll get into the practical actions, wisdom, and work. And finally, we'll uncover the ultimate purpose, using that wealth for good.
Okay, first up, we have to start with the mindset. This framework basically argues that before you can act differently with your money, you have to think differently about it. And it all boils down to 2 foundational beliefs that are meant to shape every single financial decision you make. So the first pillar is stewardship, and it's built on a pretty radical idea. You don't actually own anything. You're just managing it. Now think about that. It means your trust shouldn't be in the money itself, the provision, but in the ultimate source of that provision. That one little shift, it changes everything.
And this quote from Deuteronomy, man, it gets right to the heart of it. It's just human nature to think, hey, my hard work, my grit, that's what produced this wealth. But this verse is a powerful reminder to reframe that, to see even the ability to work and produce as a gift. And that fosters a sense of humility and gratitude right at the foundation of your finances.
The second pillar of this mindset is generosity. Now, in most financial plans, giving is just another expense, right? It's something that leaves your account. But in this model, it's completely reframed as an investment in eternity. So it's not about what you lose, it's about purposefully directing your wealth to help other people and to support causes that you believe in.
So, with that mindset in place, how does it actually translate into your day-to-day behavior? That brings us to our next section, actions. We're moving from the internal beliefs to the practical, daily habits that really bring this whole philosophy to life.
Pillar number 3 is all about wise financial habits. This is where the rubber meets the road, It's the practical how-tos of the whole system. The simple, disciplined, and really intentional actions you need for managing your money every day.
And the path forward is really defined by a few key principles. Spend less than you earn, save for the future, and, this one's crucial, avoid debt on things that lose value, like cars or electronics. This stands in stark contrast to the common traps so many of us fall into, like impulse spending or living beyond our means, which actively work against long-term prosperity.
It really just boils down to a simple 3-step formula. First, you have to create a surplus by spending less than you bring in. Second, you direct that extra towards saving for the future. And finally, you protect all that progress by avoiding destructive debt. See how each step just logically follows the last? It creates a really clear path to financial stability.
Okay, pillar number 4, hard work and diligence. This connects right back to that Deuteronomy quote we saw a minute ago. The idea is that the ability to create wealth is a gift, but it requires our focused effort to actually activate it. It's like a partnership, divine potential combined with human action.
And this all leads us to the final, and honestly the most crucial part of the whole framework, the purpose. We've got the right mindset, we've got the right actions, but all of that is pretty meaningless if we can't answer the ultimate question. What is all of this wealth actually for?
The 5th and final pillar brings it all home. It's about purposeful use. See, the end goal isn't just to pile up money, it's to make a contribution. It's about actively using your resources to do good, to bless others, and to support meaningful causes, all while consciously steering clear of the traps of pride and selfishness. So let's do a super quick recap of the journey. It all starts with the right mindset, seeing yourself as a steward and practicing generosity. That then informs your actions, developing wise habits and working diligently. And all of that leads to the ultimate purpose, using your wealth to make a real positive impact in the world. So we'll leave you with this question to reflect on. When you look beyond the numbers in your account, what is your wealth truly building? Thanks for watching.